Hello, I'm Cedric West, and welcome to my QuickBooks Online training series. I am a certified public accountant, as well as I am certified in QuickBooks Online and QuickBooks Desktop. And we work with businesses and self-employed individuals throughout the United States. If you want to learn more about me, please visit our website at cswestcph.com, or you could give us a call at 813-344-1784. So let's go ahead and get started. Today I'm going to be going over in high level of QuickBooks Online, and then I'll explain each tab in more details in separate videos. So as you open up your QuickBooks Online via the app or the desktop or online, you will come to this dashboard. This is the first thing that you will see. But let's just go over here. If you see here the gear icon, you select the gear icon, and when that opens out, you will see your company, meaning that the accounts and settings. You'll be able to go in and change the way how your company functions. You can change a few settings in there. You can manage your users. You could customize your invoices and other templates that you use. Here's your chart of accounts, which you can go in and customize as well. You have your list, which is the products and services. If you sell a product or if you sell the services, you would go in and enter that information. You have recurring transactions that you know that happens every monthly or quarterly or annually. You can set up recurring transactions in this module. And then this is any attachments that you may have attached to QuickBooks throughout the history. And under the tools section, you can import, export data. You can reconcile the bank. You can start your budget. And here's an audit log of where you see your different users who logged in, what they changed, and things of that nature. And if you are using checks, you could go ahead and order checks from this site as well. As mentioned, here's the dashboard. This is one of the first things that you will see. You have your bank accounts to my right over here. Then you have the invoices on your left. You can see the amount that's overdue or that's not due yet, how much that was deposited, how much money or revenue that has not deposited into your bank yet. You can see your expenses for last month, or you can customize this as well. So you can see your expenses, you can see your profit and loss, and you can see your sales. And more about these later. So let's go on to the banking tab. So the banking tab, this is where once you connect your bank accounts, you can see I have a checking, I have a savings, and I have a credit card. And if you connect your bank account to your bank, if you connect the QuickBooks to your bank, you will see the different transactions that have downloaded here. As an example, this is the credit card, the MasterCard. You can see the transactions. Here's some match. Here's some I have to view. These are not in QuickBooks yet, but once I select add or match or make sure that these transactions are correct, I could then add these into QuickBooks. If I need to update my banking information, I go over here and select update. I could upload a file, I could manage rules, I could order checks. So there's multiple ways in which how I could get into different menus. And then if I want to add a different in another account, I could go ahead and select this button, add account. And I could go here if I want to go to the check register. Right now we're on the full review tab. As mentioned earlier, these are the transactions that is not in QuickBooks yet. Gives you an opportunity to review to make sure that these are correct and that you're not duplicating any transactions into your QuickBooks. In this tab, once I've added some transactions, and I'll show you one quick example, you will see that this transaction has been added into QuickBooks. And if I want to exclude a transaction, I go and select exclude, and you will see that any transactions under this tab would not be in QuickBooks. Let me go ahead and undo this. Just give you a good example for you to see. Bank rules, you can go ahead and manage your bank rules. You can select here to import any bank rules that you have created, or you can select to create a new rule as well. And under the sales tab, and let's start off here where it says all sales. This gives you a snapshot of if you're creating estimates, any unbilled activity that you have, any invoices that is overdue. You have 20 right now. I have 20 open invoices. And by the way, this is a sample company. This is not any real data. This is only a sample company. And then this shows you here how much money that was paid in the last 30 days. And this gives you everything, every transaction, every sale, every invoice, every refund, sales receipt, things of that nature that you have done in your QuickBooks. Under the invoice tab, you will be able to see your invoices to your clients. You can see if the status, the overdue status, you could see pretty much basically everything that you need to know about the invoices. So I will go through these in greater detail. On the customers tab, you can see a list of your customers. On a product and services tab, you can see the products or services that you have entered into QuickBooks as well. You have the SKU, you have the type, you have this description, sales price, cost, if it's taxable or not, quantity or hand. And if I select more, I can manage the categories, I can run a report, or I can import them. Now on the expense tab, you will see all of the expenses that have come through. Now you will only see these once you have added your transactions from the banking tab into QuickBooks. So any transaction that is still in the for review status, it would not show up here until you have added that into QuickBooks itself. So you can see you have some credit card expense, you have some credit card credit here, for example, and you can see the category and the payee, and this is the amount, and then you have this action tab where either you can make a payment or you can print. So let's go to here to the vendors tab. The vendors tab is set up similar how the sales tab is, where you have the purchase order. You can see how many purchase orders and the amount. You can see how many purchase orders or bills that are overdue. You can see how many open bills that you have and how many bills that you have paid in the last 30 days. Similar concept to the customers tab, where you have your vendor name or company, you have the phone number, email, open balance, and you have the action. For each vendor, if you want to prepare a 1099, you can pay the bills or order checks as well from this drop down. You can prepare the 1099. You can import vendors in if you're imported from another software or system, or you can add a new vendor as well. In the Workers tab, this is if you have payroll set up with QuickBooks Online, you could go ahead and add in your employee. For example, I have John Johnson in here, I have his information, his phone number, email address, and I could edit this. I could delete him, or I could run a report. And under the Contractors tab, you will enter all the 1099 contractors that you paid throughout the year. So you can prepare a 1099. If you pay them over $600, I will generate a 1099 for them, or you can add a contractor. And then, for example, I have one contractor added in here now. So I could write a check, I could create an expense, or I could create a bill. So the Reports tab, here you will see all the reports that QuickBooks Online has to offer. Now, depends on which subscription that you have, it will determine how many or what type of reports that you will see. Obviously, having the highest level of QuickBooks Online, you will have access to all of the reports. Some of the other ones, like the Quick Start or QuickBooks Essentials, you only have a limited amount of reports that you have access to. But this gives you a full overview of the type of reports that you can run. It virtually gives you almost everything that you need to see when it comes to running a report for your business. I could create a custom report. And these are management reports, in which I will explain later in another video as well. Now, under the Taxes tab, you have what they call the Sales Tax Center. If you do owe sales tax, you could go ahead and set up your sales tax, and then once you set the sales tax up, you can see. And then what QuickBooks does is it keeps track of your sales, and then you see, for example, if it's taxable or not, which we have to go ahead and set everything up first before this can calculate correctly. But you can see the agency name, you can see your gross sales, you can see your taxable sales, and then this is your tax amount as well. Now, what happens is that you could go ahead and remit that. QuickBooks does has a service where you can remit some of the services to your Department of Revenue, but I could get into more details about how to do that specifically as well. But you could record tax payments, you could view reports, you can see your recent sales tax payments, who you paid it out to, the agency name, the tax period, and the amount, and the pay date as well. Under the Accounting tab, you have the Chart of Accounts. So let's go ahead and select here to see your Chart of Accounts. QuickBooks, it gives you a standard Chart of Accounts. You could definitely manipulate this to your liking as well. As you can see here, this is a very comprehensive Chart of Accounts, but it gives you a basic Chart of Accounts and what you have. You can run reports on each account. You could add a new account, or you can import. If you have your own Chart of Accounts, you can import your own Chart of Accounts and make sure everything lines up with what QuickBooks has as well. And then in addition, if we go to Reconcile, this is where all the magic happens when it comes to reconciling your bank statements and credit card statements. And you see, for example, and they have different tips here as well to assist you with that. But you can choose what account that you want to reconcile. I have my checking savings, or I have my credit card, my Visa, MasterCard here. You put in the beginning balance, and that's based on the opening balance account if you're doing this for the first time. But if you have experience doing this before, the beginning balance would be the ending balance of the previous month or the previous period. But what you would do, you would take the ending balance of the bank statement, enter it here, and enter in the ending date, and then you would select reconcile, in which I will show you how that operates as well. And last tab is that this is the My Accountant tab. Now this is if you have an accountant that you invited an accountant already. If you have not done so, you could go ahead and enter your accountant's email or your bookkeeper's email and select invite. They will receive the email, they will select accept, and then once they accept the invite, then you will see that this would change as well. So so far, I just wanted to again reiterate that, give you a high-level review of what QuickBooks Online is all about, to see the changes, to see what they have done. There's some exciting things that they have done as well with QuickBooks Online. So I'm happy to go through this with you, to teach you some information and to teach you some things of what to do and what not to do in QuickBooks. So I'm here. Now feel free to definitely contact me. Feel free to give me a call as well. I'm here. I'm ready to assist you guys on your journey. Again, my name is Cedric West. Look forward to more videos. This is just an overview once again, and then I'll get into the more specifics at later videos. Thank you.